Welcome everybody, I'm Antonietta, and today's class is a 40-minute yoga practice designed to give a little love to the low back, inspired by my friends who have been experiencing some low back pain. I hope you guys give this a try and I hope it helps. The hardest part is already done. You showed up. Thank you, thank yourselves, and let's meet on the mat. Let's get started standing at the center of the mat facing me. Meet me in the middle. Coming into mountain pose, Tadasana. Stand tall, arms resting by your sides, palms facing forward. Starting from your feet, draw energy upwards into your body. Let's wake up the legs by grounding down through the perimeter of the feet and then press them away from each other as if you're ripping or tearing your yoga mat in half. Let's take an inhale, bend at the knees and arms rise up. Exhale, arms come down. You should feel the thighs, glutes, and core engage or activate. Let's place the hands on the waist. And on your next inhale, we're going to come into a cow-like position, though standing. Inhale, belly blows up like a balloon, arch the back. Exhale, come into cat, round the back, deflate the navel, draws in towards the spine. Shoulders come forward. Let's do this a few times, leading with the breath. Inhale, arch the back, belly comes forward, and exhale, round the back, navel draws in towards the spine. One more time. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Come back to center or a neutral spine. And now we're going to add some side movements to engage the core a little more, working up to a standing ab exercise. Here we go. Shift the hips to the left. Feel the stretch. Then to the right and breathe. Now back to the left, and this time we're going to come into a front center standing cow, and then we're going to make our way to the right, and then we're going to come back standing cat. So it's a full rotating circle. Let's take a couple of these nice and slow. Keep a slight bend in the knees. Be sure to use your breath to guide you. Inhale forward and exhale as you make your way to the back. Practice incorporating the big belly balloon inhales and deflate belly exhales. I know there's a lot to remember here, just do your best. Now let's try to isolate just the hips here for a couple circles. And then pick up the pace. You should feel a nice burn in the deep core muscles, the transverse muscles. Let's strengthen our back support belt and take one more full circle. And then come back to center. Shift the hips to the right and let's rotate to the opposite direction. Slow and mindful quality movements. Now just the hips. Love the burn. Pick up the pace a little and come back to center. Inhale, reach for the sky, and on an exhale, place the hands on the waist. With a flat back and a slight bend in the knees, look forward, widen your stance as you cinch at the hips and slowly make your way to standing forward fold. When you get there, plant the left palm on the center of the mat and raise the left arm up to the sky. Gaze follows. Keep the hips level and breathe into the low back. On an exhale, switch. Plant the right palm and the left hand reaches up to the sky. As the torso twists, be sure to keep the hips level. And on an inhale, you lengthen. And exhale, twist and tighten the core. Then moving from center, hands come to the waistline and slowly come back up. From here, we're going to make our way to triangle pose or Trikonasana. I love this shape. Reach and extend the arms nice and wide, palms face down. Heart is lifted, tailbone is tucked down. Turn the right toes to face the front edge of the mat. Left toes and hips rotate towards the front left corner of your mat. Front heel is in line with the back arch. Lengthen through the spine as you tip your left hip back. Reach your right fingertips forward. Bend at the hip crease and send your left hip and glute towards the back of the mat. Keeping the chest lifted, try not to collapse in the body. Think of a string pulling you up and nice and tall here. Core is engaged as you continue to lower your right fingertips to the top of your shin, a block, or all the way to the ground. Left arm extends straight up. Gaze can follow. Spiral the torso towards the sky and take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. To come out of the posture, press into the feet, engage the hamstrings and quads, and slowly make your way back up. Hands come to the waist, and let's repeat on the other side. Right toes turn in, left toes turn out. Extend the arms wide, palms face down, and open the chest. Lift and lengthen through the spine, tailbone tucks under. Keep that lift from the tailbone to the crown as you gently reach forward with your left fingertips. Tip the right hip back as you slowly bend forward to make your way towards the ground. Torso rotates towards the sky. Take a few breaths here, being sure that your weight is not dumping into your left side, but evenly distributed throughout the body. When you're ready, press into the feet and slowly make your way back up and to the front of your mat. When you get there, inhale, bend the knees, reach for the sky, spread the fingers, and press evenly into your feet. Exhale, standing forward fold. Let the head grow heavy and loose here. Bend your knees as much as feels good to you, releasing any pressure off the low back. On your next inhale, lift up halfway, flat back, shoulders tug back and away. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach for the sky, spread the fingers, press evenly into your feet. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, let's do this. Inhale, reach for the stars. And exhale, rain it down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Plant the palms, option to hop to the back of the mat or step one foot back and then the other. Really reach the heels towards the back edge of the mat while in plank here. Take an inhale. And on an exhale, send the hips up back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out here, claw through the fingertips to release pressure off the wrists as you push away from the mat. Elbow creases are rotated forward, crown of the head is parallel to the mat, heels are on the mat or reaching towards. Bend the right knee and hold. Breathe and feel the stretch radiate through the left calf muscle and maybe even into the left quad and hamstring. Heel is pressing or reaching towards the mat. Let's take one more breath. And switch. Bend the left knee and hold. Breathe into the stretch. Straighten both legs. Take an inhale. And on an exhale, gently lower the knees down, coming into tabletop. Keep your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Push off the mat with your left hand and extend your right arm towards the sky. Thread the needle by slowly moving your right arm under your left. Chest comes towards the mat. Ground through both knees and left arm for support. Right shoulder and head rests on the mat. Option to extend your left arm overhead, coming up onto the fingertips. Glance at me if you need to. Hold here and focus on your breathing. Send that breath deep down to the low back and melt into the twist. Let's reset. Bring your left hand underneath your left shoulder and press firmly into your left palm to slowly unthread your right arm and reach it back up towards the sky. Return your right hand down to the mat, back to tabletop. And let's repeat this on the other side. Lift your left hand up, sending your gaze up with it, and then follow your left hand down as you thread it beneath your right arm. Sink into the stretch by keeping your hips up high while allowing your chest to rest on or come close to the mat. Option to extend your right arm and come up on your fingertips. Push your hips back up high and keep some pressure in your right fingertips to avoid crunching your neck and to control the deepness of the stretch. Deep quality breaths here. Try to be right here, right now, focusing on all that is going on in your body right now. Feeling the tight areas getting loose and unraveling. Creating space. Slide your right palm back and press firmly into your right palm to slowly unthread your left arm and reach it back up towards the sky. Then return your left hand down to the mat, back to tabletop. Walk your hands forward and your knees back, coming into puppy pose. Slide your forearms down and release the forehead to the mat. Spread your fingers nice and wide and press firmly into the palms. Elbows lift, hips lift high towards the ceiling. Keep pressing your chest towards the mat. Try to focus on the feeling and not so much the shape. For a deeper stretch, you can try lifting the wrist by coming up onto your fingertips. Also, you can come up onto the chin. 2 more breaths here. If you're on your fingertips, lower and release to the palms. Slowly come onto the forearms, shift the hips forward and gradually lower down to the mat, coming into Sphinx pose. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. Lift your chest and open your heart, pressing into the palms and the tops of the feet. Let's take one more breath together. And let's make our way to locust pose. Slide the hands back, palms facing up or down for support. Forehead rests gently on the mat. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. On an inhale, pubic bone presses into the mat. Tuck the chin and chest, lift the arms and reach the fingertips back. And on an exhale, lift the legs, inner thighs stay engaged, hugging them towards center. Keep length in the neck and take a few breaths here. Then lower it down. Gently rock the hips a little left to right. And let's try it again. This time we're going to lift the front and the back body at the same time. Here we go. Press into the pelvis and the tops of the feet. Big inhale. Exhale, lift. Fingertips are reaching back. Thighs are hugging towards the midline. Breathe. And release. Turn your head to rest on any air. Breathe. Then turn to rest on the opposite air. Then to center, gently resting on the chin. Coming into bow pose. Exhale, lift your head, chest, and push off the toes and bend the knees towards the head. Lift and reach your hands back to take hold of your ankles. Point your toes, inhale, and lift your head, chest, and thighs away from the mat, leaving only your core to be touching the mat. Look straight ahead and breathe. Bow pose. Try not to let the legs splay out, but pull them in towards each other as if you're squeezing a yoga block in between your legs. Remember why you started. And take one more inhale. And release. Bring your palms under your shoulders and make your way up to all fours. Knit the thighs together and sit back on the heels. Belly rests on thighs. Slide your fingertips towards your heels and melt your heart down into Balasana. Well done, guys. You deserve this. A wonderful counter and low back stretch. 5 to 6 breaths here, breathing deep. You can rock a little side to side if that feels good to you. And this is a great opportunity to practice our belly breathing. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Okay, slowly roll up, swing your legs to any side, and extend them forward to meet me in Dandasana or staff pose. Let's release the tension in the lower back and massage and relax the muscles around it with half lord of fish pose. Lift your right leg and place your right foot on the outside of your left knee. Bend your left leg and place the left foot on the outside of your right hip. As you inhale, press your sitting bones down and lengthen your spine. Place the right arm behind you and inhale, raise the left arm. Exhale, twist and bring the outside of the left arm to the outside of the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Let's repeat on the opposite side. Lift your left leg and place the left foot on the outside of your knee. Bend your right leg and place the right foot on the outside of your left hip. Inhale, press down into your sitting bones and lengthen through the spine. Place the left arm behind you for support and inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, twist and bring the right arm to the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Unravel, extend the legs and slowly roll down onto your back. Once you get there, draw your knees in towards the chest and allow the knees to drop over to the right side. You might have to shift your hips a little. Option to bring your head to gaze in the opposite direction of your knees. You might close your eyes and observe what thoughts are coming up here. Let them come and let them go, coming back to the breath. Bring your knees back to center, shift the hips and guide them over to the left side. Option to bring your arms out wide to a T if this feels good to you. You can bring your head to gaze in the opposite direction of your knees and soften into the twist. Close your eyes and imagine what it would look like for you to be fully present and at peace with what is. See if you can let go of all that is and rest in that space. Guide your knees back to center, give them a squeeze, and then place them down hip width apart. Coming into bridge, back of the heels close to your sit bones and just grazing your fingertips. Gently tuck your chin to your chest, press your palms firmly into the mat, and slowly begin to peel your hips up off the ground and towards the sky. You might take a bind here if that's in your practice by tucking the shoulder blades under and interlocking the hands underneath your tailbone. Let's stay here for a few breaths. If you took the bind, unwind, release the grip and slowly lower it down one vertebrae at a time until your back is flush with the mat. Bring and cross your outer left ankle over to your left thigh. Lift the leg up so your calf is parallel to the ground. Thread the needle by reaching your hands through to grab the left hamstring and draw it towards you. You should feel a nice stretch in the right hip flexor, and as you rock a little side to side, a nice massage in the low back. Option to extend the leg here. Breathe into the areas of tightness. And let's switch sides. Cross the left leg over the right ankle, rest on the right thigh. Lift the right leg, hands wrap around the right thigh, bringing it towards you. Option to extend the leg here. We're going to come into a little Pilates scissors. Lower your left leg and extend out long. Letting it hover, hold onto your right calf and extend it to the ceiling. As you exhale, draw your belly into your spine, lift up off the shoulders and pulse the right leg twice towards your body. Inhale to switch legs and repeat. Glance at me if you need to. And let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Even it out and come to lie flat on our backs. Legs extend out long. Take a nice long inhale and a nice long exhale. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide, coming into reclined butterfly or cobbler's pose. Breathe into the hips. If this is too much for you, option to place yoga blocks on the outer sides of the thighs. Send your breath way down low and pause. Guide your knees back to center. Breathe. And on an inhale, hug your knees to the chest. Bring the arms through the insides of the knees and hold onto the outside edge of each foot. Coming into happy baby pose. Slightly tuck the chin to the chest and press the heels up and pull back with the arms. Shoulders, neck, and back press down into the mat. You can rock your baby a little side to side here. Extend one leg, then the other, whatever feels comfortable for you. Breathe and enjoy the stretch. Or you can sit back and enjoy my beautiful pride lamps. Whatever works for you. It's all good. Carefully release the grip, arms rest along the sides as your legs slowly lower and extend out long. Squeeze your right knee into your chest, left heel is pressing firmly into the ground. Guide your right knee over to the left side of your body, twisting the spine and low back. You might need to shift the hips a little here. Look to your right, keep the shoulders flat or towards the mat. Close the eyes and relax into the posture. Breathe in expansion. Breathe out contraction. Guide your knee back to center, giving it another squeeze, and then extend your leg out long. Squeeze your left knee to your chest, right heel presses firmly into the mat, shift the hips, and carefully allow your left knee over to the right side. Option to bring your head to gaze in the opposite direction. If it feels good to you, you can close your eyes here. Send your breath down to your low back and relax into the stretch. When you're ready, guide your knee back to center, giving it one last squeeze, and then lower and extend the leg out long. Coming into Shavasana. Arms rest along your side, palms face up or whatever feels comfortable for you. Let the feet splay out wide. Gently close your eyes and take the deepest breath you've taken all day. Allow your body to become heavy and soft on the mat. Relax all your muscles in your face and in your body. Let your head grow heavy here. Find stillness. Give yourself permission to sit in silence for a little while. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Reach your arms overhead, reaching your fingers back, toes are pointed and reaching forward. Super long and tall stretch. Now right hand grabs hold of the left wrist and left foot crosses over the right ankle, coming into a crescent moon shape. You should feel a nice stretch along the side body. Breathe. Uncross your left foot, release hold of the left wrist and make your way back to center. Let's repeat on the opposite side. Right hand grabs left wrist and right foot crosses over left ankle. Breathe into the side body. And release. Roll onto any side and make your way to a comfortable seated position of your choice. Hands can rest gently on the knees. Allow the nutrients to settle in. Great work. Your core may be a little sore tomorrow. That means we have activated the muscles and your back will soon thank you. Keep at it at least 3 times a week if you're new to the practice. The core is the foundation that holds everything together. A little maintenance a day could do wonders for your entire temple. Keep at it and stay true to you. Take good care. Namaste.